Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I figure out.
Welcome back to our garden. We're out here under our arches that never really grew much for cucumbers, but despite that, at least we have a few cucumber fruits on here that we've been harvesting, even if it's just enough to eat fresh.
So we got all of our beans are coming in really good. We have a lot of blossoms on here and no beans yet that I've seen, but there is a lot of flowers. I'm very excited and expecting a really good crop with this, so hopefully we can get a bunch to can up.
Our tomato jungle over here is just out of control. After our 52 pints of pizza sauce, we have salsa cooking in the house right now, and there are just so many more tomatoes. The plants themselves, like this one, wait, tomato, they're just falling on the ground, so I need to get out here and pinning these up again already. I feel like we just did that. Granted, I could do a little bit every day, but there's always a few more things going on in life than the garden, so sometimes some things get away from us and we get some tomatoes like this. For the last 2 weeks or so, we have had rain nonstop. It just has been raining so much. I bet in the last 2 weeks we've had more rain than we've had all year. It's crazy. So we're getting a lot of cracking on our tomatoes too. We've been trying to pick them right before we hear it's about to rain so that we can avoid that as much as possible. But chickens are getting this one.
Pigs with feathers.
So this is August 30th, and we got a leaning sunflower. Thing is massive. We definitely have to save seeds from this and see if we can beat this height for next year. I should measure it too. This is crazy. We've never had one this tall, I don't think.
I can't believe with this hot summer we are still getting side shoots off this spring broccoli we planted. It's just crazy. Our broccoli usually doesn't last quite like this. Usually we pick it and that there's not really a whole bunch more after it, but we've been getting a lot of side shoots.
So our pepper plants, it's like they went idle and didn't have any flowers now for 2 weeks, but now I notice there's been a lot more flowers, so I'm hoping we get another round of them. I don't know if it's possible yet before the end of the year. Depends on when winter comes, I guess, but yeah, it was just weird. They were producing a ton of flowers and then I don't know what happened. They just stopped and now they are again. We have a couple that we've taken off of here already, and we had omelets with them and they were delish. So I'm hoping for some more. Definitely hoping we can get at least 1 gallon bag full like we did last year, because that lasted us most of the winter. We ran out somewhere in February. Also gonna take one of these smaller plants, probably one of these two or a shorter one, and I want to put it in the greenhouse and see if we can keep that alive all winter long. And then we also are going to take a couple more plants and we're going to put them in pots and put them in our basement to leave them so they go dormant and see if that works. The reason why we'd put it in our house is we were told that they'll dormant and they'll produce peppers earlier next year, so we would get ripe, like red peppers, colored peppers. So we're going to try it and see if it works. We meant to do it last year and time just got away and we never did it, so we're hoping to do it this year, and now you guys are going to hold us accountable.
So typically our garden, we don't have much issue with growing peppers. They all grow really well. Usually if we put them down here in the shade, they don't do as well, but usually they grow really well. In fact, usually 2 jalapeno plants is more than we can possibly think of how to use them. And I'm not sure how many we planted this year, but this is where all of our hot pepper plants are. We've got some cayenne pepper plants, some jalapenos. Those might all be jalapenos actually, because I can't think of any other hot peppers we tried. Tabasco, but they're not doing so well. a couple of the plants have a couple peppers here and there on them. We're going to be needing these peppers for our salsa we're making. So we're going to go ahead and harvest the bigger of these jalapenos so we can at least utilize that in our salsa. But it's kind of a bummer. We really were hoping to make some cowboy candy this year. We tried that last year and really enjoyed it. We also had made a whole bunch of jalapeno poppers and froze them, and that was just really nice to have when we were busy. We would throw them in the air fryer or the pizza oven, and just a really nice quick snack or meal or a side. And I don't think we'll be doing that this year, so not really sure what's going on with our peppers. With the low amount of bell peppers we're getting and the low amount of these, just not sure. So in our broccoli and cauliflower plants, we've been doing pretty well with the broccoli, but our cauliflower really wasn't doing that great. We didn't think it was going to grow at all, and now we have this weird cauliflower. Look at this. It looks like a bunch of little side shoots. They're kind of white, kind of purple. I'm pretty sure I didn't plant a purple variety of cauliflower, and it just kind of looks sad, but I'm surprised at how big it is because it was only about the size of a quarter last week.
So the greenhouse is doing good. Ever since we took that top off, the shade cloth, the tomatoes really just took off. We are getting now little tomatoes. We've got a lot of blossoms on them. So I'm glad and I'm happy for that. But we might not get them until like right at the end of the year too. So, which is fine. But the sweet potatoes, these things are going insane. And this is the side that I want to put the bell pepper plant and have some stuff in here because I want to enclose this a little more and let this stay heated and see what we can do and see what we can grow in there. I really think we can do pretty well.
We figured we don't ever show you what's going on up front in our flower bed. All these wildflowers and just beautiful flowers that we planted here are going crazy. We have so many flowers growing here and weeds. But it's been really cool to see. Yeah, the honeybees are loving these cosmos, and I have been trying to deadhead as many of these flowers as I can and just kind of understanding more and more how to save seed. We did it quite a bit last year with our garden, so now we're kind of transitioning to doing it with flowers as well. And that's been kind of fun to be able to collect all this seed and see how much seed you can actually collect when you cut the dead flowers off of every flower.
My goal is for next year to put a little layer of dirt down and then plant a bunch of seeds, because now we deadheaded a bunch and we didn't have enough to plant this thick enough so to begin with. So by saving as much as we can now, we can come in and plant this really thick, so then next year we shouldn't have as many weeds and it's all flowers. Because these zinnias are gorgeous, and the cosmos are.
And the cosmos are really pretty. They're taking over. They're out into the grass.
Yeah.
We also have quite a few native seeds we were hoping to plant in places, so it'll be awesome to kind of see that. I think it'll be really beneficial for pollinators like our honeybees.
Yeah. Well, hope you guys liked this little show of our garden. And if you guys did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see some more. Glad you got to see us again.
Bye.
Bye.
I do just love these ever-bearing strawberries though, because they just keep producing. Another hornet ate that one. I know, I found quite a few too.
It's only downfalls. Every year we deal with this.
I don't think the kids were out here for a few days.
No, they weren't. I meant to tell them yesterday and I forgot.
Well, Evan was out here yesterday.
Look at that one.
A snack. Beautiful.
Nice.
Look at this one.
And the one next to it, they ate it.
Well, that one's a little overripe too, so like you said, get them a little underripe and they're not eating that. Oh, Matthew, look at this.
That's
Oh, there's a little teeny bite. I'm going with it. I'll wash it out. All right. I think that does the trick to keep the hornets out just long enough, spraying it down before we pick. Because they're already coming back though.
Yep.
Life is is a winding road.